Are you dreaming of white sand beaches, warm weather, and a low cost of living? Thousands of retirees from around the world are lured to the Philippines every year by exactly that dream. But here's what no one tells you. Many expats end up regretting their decision. In today's video, we dive into the real-life regrets that foreigners face after retiring in the Philippines. From skyrocketing costs, broken expectations, cultural clashes, to problems you'd never even imagine. This is the reality check you didn't know you needed.
Yep, culture clashes. That is a big major step. So we got another video that was recommended to me again from Money Travel Media. Let's get into it.
Stick around until the end because we'll also answer the big question. Is it still worth retiring in the Philippines in 2025? And what can you do to avoid these common pitfalls? Cost of living. When most people think of the Philippines, they think cheap. But is it still affordable in 2025? The truth is, prices are rising fast. Imported goods, fresh vegetables, and meat have doubled in price.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I know this is 2025, but 2026, the prices have raised up by 10%. 10%. And also, since we got this conflict going on, fuel, it's gonna be even more expensive. Things are gonna go up even more. You can thank the good old USA. If you want to come here for a cheaper life, I mean, you got a window before things start closing in.
In many areas. Inflation has hit hard, and what used to be an affordable lifestyle is now a constant budgeting challenge for fixed-income retirees. Even electricity and water bills have skyrocketed. Some retirees report paying nearly $150 to $200 per month in electric bills.
Okay, first of all, some people they don't know how to conserve electricity. Growing up, my father used to always scold me for leaving lights on, for leaving certain things on, the fridge door open. Listen, you can conserve so much electricity if you don't run things all the time. Turn the fan off, turn the light off, turn the aircon off, because you don't need to run your aircon on 24 hours a day, okay? These buildings aren't that bad. Come on. 150, 200, like, what are you doing? Use a fan. It uses less electricity. And turn the damn lights off.
Especially during hot seasons when air conditioning is a necessity. Budget carefully and don't rely on outdated cost of living articles from 5 years ago. Rent has gone up, especially in expat hotspots like Cebu, Dumaguete, and even once affordable Davao. Electricity is shockingly expensive, among the highest in Asia. Expect blackouts too, especially in rural areas. Water is cheap, but the internet and mobile plans can be slow, unreliable, and overpriced, especially in rural areas. Groceries for imported items? Double or...
I want to tell you one thing. When it comes to data, data is it's still cheap. It's still cheap. I don't know what he's talking about. I buy data for my phone all the time, and it's cheap. Come on.
Triple Western prices. Think $8 for a block of cheese. Inflation is rising steadily, pushing even local food prices higher. Budgeting $1,200 to $1,500 a month might have worked 5 years ago.
It still works today. What are you talking about? Look, the way I live, okay, $800 a month cuts it. Because I live very minimalistic. I don't know what these people are talking about, or this person is talking about. If you need to spend $2,000 a month just to barely make it, you might be an alcoholic and excessively buy cigarettes and everything else. It's a waste of time. And you probably eat out all the time. You eat out every day. Do you not cook at home? Cook at home. A bag of rice is 400 pesos, which is like nothing.
Now, it's tight. Food and diet. Filipino food is flavorful and filling, but it's not for everyone. Heavy on rice, sugar, oil, and salt. Lechon, adobo, pancit. It's tasty, but not the healthiest. Vegetarian.
You think the food in America is the healthiest? This is like a little step better. At least it's real. But anyway, rice is a staple food, so don't move to an Asian country if you're not prepared to eat rice all the time. It's literally how Filipinos get by and not starve to death is rice.
Vegans and those with special diets often struggle. Fresh produce is available in wet markets, but refrigeration, variety, and freshness can be issues. Western restaurants exist in cities, but they're pricey. A pizza might cost $12 to $15. Many expats report missing European or American staples, and mail ordering foreign food gets expensive fast. So while the Philippines might be affordable compared to the West, it's definitely not a live like a king on $500 paradise for most. Healthcare realities.
Listen, I'm gonna say one thing. If you're gonna move to another country, you need to be the type of person that can adapt fast, sacrifice, and just adapt. Listen, I've been here for over a year, and I don't have a problem with eating Filipino food. I'd rather just eat only the local food here. I don't need a pizza. I don't need to eat freaking pizza. I don't need to eat tacos. I don't need to eat cheeseburgers. I don't need to eat spaghetti. What I need is just whatever is available, which is chicken, pork, noodles, rice, beans, whatever. If you're going to live in a foreign country, you need to adjust your stomach, your taste to whatever local foods if you want to have a non-expensive time here or anywhere, okay? But if you can afford it, have fun with all of the expensive pizzas, cheeseburgers, and all the other Western stuff you can enjoy. But don't expect the quality to be exactly the same as it was in the West, because they don't use, a lot of places don't use real cheese, of course. They use cheese sauces, which will piss you off because you want real cheese. Now, there's other places that do have real cheese because it's either half ran by an Italian or half ran by an American and a Filipino, because you can't own a full business as a foreigner. You have to have a partner, a Filipino partner in the business. But, or sometimes there's Filipino Americans, Filipinos that go to America or were born Filipino and American, and they bring some of that American cuisine over to the Philippines, and guess what? You got real pizza. And some of them actually make it at a very reasonable price, and some of them make it expensive because they want to take advantage of the pricing. There you go.
The Philippines offers affordable basic care, but that's only part of the story. Public hospitals are underfunded, overcrowded, and lacking advanced equipment. Healthcare is one of the biggest regrets many expats share. Sure, basic medical care is inexpensive. You can see a doctor for just a few dollars, and even minor procedures won't break the bank. But the moment you need serious care, like a stroke, heart surgery, or cancer treatment, you might find yourself scrambling. Many provincial hospitals are under-equipped, lack specialists, and have long wait times. Some expats have horror stories of hospitals running out of oxygen tanks or being asked to pay up front in cash before treatment is provided.
Now that shit is scary. I'm just gonna say right now, that shit is scary, bro. This is why you don't want to be an old person in somewhere like the Philippines, because it's not all the Philippines. It just depends on where you decide to live. If you're gonna live in a place that is ruled like the province, and you're not super healthy, you're asking for it, because at a certain age, as a retiree, anything medical can happen to you, and if you're too far away, you are done. You are done. You need to be somewhere where people can get to you, where you can be easily cared for, not out in the boonies, in the jungle, enjoying the village life, the province life. Listen, just because it's cheap out there, whatever you did in the US, it's going to catch up with you. All of the food you used to eat, all of your bad habits, they're going to catch up with you in your age. Moving abroad, it ain't going to reverse nothing. It ain't going to fix it. So be prepared.
Medical evacuation insurance is a must, but few people get it until it's too late. Private hospitals in Manila, Cebu, or Davao can be excellent, but come with Western prices.
Yes.
Without proper insurance, you could be out $20,000 to 50,000 US dollars for a major operation.
Damn.
PhilHealth, the government healthcare system, is limited and not intended for major health emergencies. Plus, many expats report delays and red tape in accessing coverage. And if you're planning to age in place, think hard. What happens if you're alone and need assisted care? Facilities are limited and elderly support services are not as developed as in Western countries. Emergency services are slow. Don't expect a fast ambulance response. Specialists and advanced treatments may only be available in Manila or Cebu. Rural areas often don't have access to quality care. Culture and integration.
Listen, I have seen. You've probably heard stories of like old expats, retirees, just being here by themselves, no family, no friends. Do you know how stupid? No, I'm not gonna say stupid. Do you know how dangerous that is? Do you know how dangerous it is? I don't care what. Some people are so stubborn. Some people are so stubborn that they would rather just live by themselves with no family, no nothing, and just think they're going to be okay. Do you think you're invincible? Do you think you're immortal? No. Anything can happen. Like I said, your old habits, everything that you did in your younger days catches up with you when you're at that age. And it's unpredictable. So if you're by yourself, not only is it, you're in high danger mode if you're in the US, but if you're abroad, overseas, that is another step. That is another step. So I'm not trying to sit here and bash anyone or down. I'm just saying that you need to really consider what you're getting yourself into if you're going to move abroad permanently, retire abroad with no family, no one. Okay?
The people are warm and friendly, but culture shock is real. Filipino time means being late is common. This frustrates many Westerners.
It frustrates certain Westerners. And let me tell you why. Because in America, we have Indian time, which is American Indian, Native American, indigenous in the United States, the ones on the Indian reservations. We have a thing called Indian time, okay? And then black people they don't have a name for time. They just they're black. They're always late. That stereotype, okay? And then Filipinos have Filipino time. And it just seems like every other group just has their own time or excuses for being late. So that's how that works. It frustrates me too because I'm always a person on time. But when a Filipino or Filipina does make it on time or early, I am surprised because I always expect them to be late. Not because, not because I'm looking down on it. It's because I just know, I understand the culture. But it does surprise me when I have a date, especially when I have a date and they make it on time or early. I have not had a late date since I've been living here.
Direct communication is rare. People may say yes when they mean no. Social hierarchy and family ties are strong. Expect indirectness and politeness over confrontation. Making deep local friendships takes time. Some expats report feeling lonely or isolated. If you don't speak Tagalog or the regional language, you'll miss deeper integration. Visa complications and legal headaches.
I'll say one thing. It's easy to be isolated here because, nobody is going to be making friends with you. And if you are a foreigner that only speaks English, most of the time when they want to interact with you, it's just either you're going to be asking you for something like either money or a job or just trying to talk to you just to talk to you. But most of the time I just ignore everyone because I have to assume nobody has good intentions for me because it's happened too many times. All right.
Visas are another headache. The Philippines does not offer a true retirement visa for most Westerners without jumping through some hoops. You'll likely enter on a 30-day tourist visa, which can be extended in 29-day or 2-month increments, up to 36 months total, before needing to exit and restart the clock. But frequent visits to the Bureau of Immigration and changing rules can be exhausting. The Special Resident Retirees Visa (SRRV) sounds ideal, but requires a deposit of $10,000 to $50,000 depending on your age and pension status. And not everyone qualifies.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing. That's 3 years. As an American, you can stay here for 3 years until you have to get out of the country. But here's the thing: you can renew you can extend your visa from 1 month to 2 months, and also you can extend it to 6 months. So you can literally spend 1 year just extending only two times. So it's not that much of a hassle. And then when I extend my visa, it's quick, it's easy. And it's because I live in a city where visa extensions are so easy, and it's in a convenient area.
Some expats have overstayed unintentionally due to confusion or missed paperwork and faced fines, blacklisting, or deportation. And here's something many overlook. You cannot own land in the Philippines as a
That's one thing I don't understand is how do you miss dates, or how is it confusing? They literally write the day that you renewed, the day that you extended your visa, and they write the day to come by or before it expires. So you come, a few days before it expire. Like you have to either have like some kind of mental note in your head that, oh, it's that time of the month, I need to go extend my visa. It's all about being responsible. Come on, be a responsible adult. You cannot be a grown ass person and forget things like you can remember to renew your phone bill. You can remember to pay your bills, but you can't remember to extend your visa. And I know that a lot of Americans do this auto pay stuff. So that's probably why they just think, oh, auto pay my visa extensions. That doesn't work like that. So keep a mental note to renew your stuff, or you're going to pay the consequences. Be responsible.
foreigner. Even if you build your dream home, it must be in your Filipino spouse's name or a corporation, raising risks if a relationship ends. Climate challenges and natural disasters. The Philippines, while tropical and beautiful, is also one of the most disaster-prone countries in the world.
You think that's bad? In America, you get divorced, you could lose the house anyway. So so if you're right in the Philippines and you're with your spouse, it ain't your house anyway. So lose situation whether you're in America or you're here. But the only loophole we have in America is trust. Is putting not putting things in your own name and then putting them into a trust, into an entity. So most people don't know what a trust is, or didn't learn till last year, recently. But it's too late. Everybody in the past have already lost their assets.
Typhoons, flooding, and earthquakes are a part of life. Many expats come expecting year-round paradise, only to be caught off guard by the ferocity of typhoon season. From June to November, powerful storms regularly batter the country, causing power outages, destroyed roads, and damaged homes. Flooding can become a serious issue, especially in urban areas like Metro Manila or Cebu City, where drainage infrastructure is often outdated. Landslides in hilly or mountainous provinces.
You want to know why it's outdated and it hasn't been fixed? Every Filipino knows exactly why. Corruption. That's all I gotta say. They know it. They know it.
Can also displace residents or isolate communities for days. Expats living in coastal or low-lying areas must consider the long-term impact of sea level rise due to climate change. Many retirees have seen their dream homes flooded multiple times. Insurance is not always reliable or sufficient. Infrastructure and transportation was. Daily life in the Philippines can be complicated by inadequate infrastructure. Public transport is often chaotic and poorly regulated. Jeepneys and tricycles are iconic but inefficient, uncomfortable, and slow. Traffic congestion, especially in cities like Manila, is among the worst in the world. Commutes that should take 15 minutes often stretch into hours. Outside
I wish they would stop saying cities like Manila. There's literally 10 cities in Manila. Okay, Manila is just one big main island, even though the island is called Luzon. But still, Manila is just, I don't know if you can say capital of this of the island, but there's cities like Makati, BGC, Pasay, Pasig, Taguig, and just some other, Mandaliang.
major cities, roads are poorly maintained or even impassable during the rainy season. In some rural areas, access to quality transportation is limited, out of stock, even in the city. Imagine you need basic medication like blood pressure pills. You go to the pharmacy in town, and the clerk shrugs and says, out of stock, sir. You try three other pharmacies, same story. Delivery isn't always reliable, and if you're in a province, it might take days or weeks.
Listen, this thing pisses me off all the time. Is something will be in stock for months, and by the time you actually need it, it's out of stock, and you're just like, what the hell?
Weeks before it's available. This situation can be dangerous for retirees who depend on consistent medication. Pro tip, bring a 3 to 6 month supply of essential meds when you first move.
Listen, if you're a retiree, you are way too needy. I'm sorry, you have way too many things that you need to be comfortable and live. This is why you need to be with someone who can. You need to be with family, okay? If you're old, you need to be with family. You're retired, you need to be around family. You don't need to be by yourself, okay? Because it just comes to the point where you have to depend on yourself, and if your health is declining, who's gonna help you? Who's gonna care for you? But anyway, if you live in a province, just expect everything to be heavily delayed, and nothing is going to be normal living in the province. Just because I get that you want to live the cheap life, but you're not going to get the best compared to living in the city like Makati. In Makati, I order something, it's here tomorrow early in the morning. Every time I order something, it comes to me the next day. Amazon takes 10 days to get stuff to you. Ordering things online here or ordering anything here, it's here the next day.
Find a reliable online pharmacy or visit bigger cities for restocks. The construction nightmare, poor workmanship, and costly fixes.
All
You
right. That's it. I'm not gonna get into any more of that. I just wanted to get part of that. I'll leave the video in the description, and you can see the rest of it if you want. But I can't do this AI stuff, this AI voice. It is too boring, and it's just. But anyway, the channel is called Money Travel Media. If you like this video, give a like, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Peace.